guys! Welcome back to Shining Bright YouTube channel. Last time, I discussed about amortization and amortization schedule. So if you haven't watched the said video, I encourage you to watch it before this to understand their concepts easily because later I will discuss their differences. So for this video, we will learn how to create a sinking fund schedule using Excel. But before that, let's understand first what is the meaning of sinking fund and sinking fund schedule. Sinking fund is a special account in which an investor, whether an individual or business, makes an annuity payments such that sufficient funds are on hand by a specified date to meet a future savings goal or debt obligation. It is a financial savings plan for the purpose of either capital savings or debt retirement. In simpler words, a sinking fund is money you set aside for a specific upcoming expense. Unlike a general savings account or emergency fund, a sinking fund has a clear purpose attached to it. Either it's to save for a vacation, down payment on a home, or etc. While sinking fund schedule is a table that shows the sinking fund contribution, interest earned, and the accumulated balance for every payment in the annuity. Let's have a glimpse of what a sinking fund schedule looks like before giving an example. As what we can observe, a sinking fund schedule has future value and a zero present value compared to amortization schedule. It is because we are saving having zero balance up to a desired amount. For example, in this problem, we are asked to find the PMT or the periodic payment. The given values are F is 60K, the frequency of conversion is 4, N is 12, P is of course 0, nominal rate is 5.5% or 0.055. T is 3 years from 12 periods mentioned in the problem, divided by our M, which is 4. And lastly, R is missing. Now, let's solve the problem while creating a sinking fund schedule. Our present value is equals 0, enter, because we started saving without any amount yet. Formula for period is T times M. So, equals 3 times 4, enter. In here, we can actually type equals 12 since it's already given in the problem, but I want to do it step by step to avoid confusion because there are problems that only says the T and M. Next is our rate, which is equals 0.055 divided by 4, then enter. Before I proceed, I encourage you to remember the formulas for finding period and rate because it is very useful not just in amortization and sinking fund. Okay, so next is our future value, which is equals 60,000, then enter. In finding payment, formula is equals PMT, open parenthesis, rate, comma, period, comma, present value, comma, minus future value, comma, then 0, close parenthesis, and enter. So, we already found what is asked in the problem. The next step is type the number of months depending on the period. For this problem, our number of months is 12. So, type 1, enter, click 1, then drag, click autofill options, click fill series. For the initial amount, type equals, click present value, enter. PMT is equals, click payment, then enter. Interest is the same as the amortization schedule. So type equals, click initial amount, times rate, then enter. For finding the final amount, we just have to add initial amount, PMT, and interest. So type equals sum, open parenthesis, double click from here to here, then close parenthesis, enter. Or you can just type equals, click initial plus PMT plus interest, then enter. They will have the same result, so you can use whatever suits you. After the steps, we have to repeat the process one more time, but locking some values using the dollar sign for us to just drag the rest part of sinking fund schedule. So our new initial amount is equals, click previous final amount, then enter. PMT should be locked, so we will put dollar sign before and after the letter. So type equals, click payment, then don't forget the dollar signs before and after, enter. In here, we have to lock the rate, so type equals, click initial amount times the rate with dollar signs. Then enter. For the final amount, we will repeat the same process. So type equals sum, open parenthesis, double click from here to here, then close parenthesis, enter. For the final step, long press the second row from initial up to final amount, then release. Finally, click this little box and drag up to 12. Now, this is the sinking fund schedule as in the problem. But what if periodic payment R is given instead of the future value? Don't worry, I will teach you how to do it. Let's have the same problem. The only difference is that now periodic payment is given, which is 8,000, and F is missing. Okay, let's create another sinking fund schedule. From present value to rate, we will use the same step. So, present value is equals 0, enter. Period is equals 3 times 4, enter. Rate is equals 0.055 divided by 4, then enter. For our payment, let's just directly type the given. So, equals 8,000, then enter. So, no need for the first formula. For finding the future value, we have to type equals FV, open parenthesis, click rate, comma, period, comma, minus payment, comma, present value, comma, 0, close parenthesis, then enter. By this, we already solved what is asked in the problem. Now, let's repeat the exact process from months, initial amount, PMT, interest, and final amount up to dragging down the second row until 12. For checking purposes, the final amount should be the same as the future value for us to know that our sinking fund schedule is correct. As we can see, they are the same. So, we can conclude that it is right. If you want to easily check your savings, you can use this schedule. For example, if you already paid 7 times, so this is your savings amount. So that would be all for this tutorial video. I hope you learned something new today. If you have any confusion, you can always go back to the beginning of this video. God bless everyone!